she recently kind of came out and said that she was sexually harassed by her female football coach.
No
I haven't
way.
watched it yet, but
I was just listening to her podcast.
I know, yeah. She came out with it, and I was just thinking, like, as females, have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you were sexually harassed? You know, like where somebody was putting you in a situation where you didn't feel comfortable.
I think, this is one thing I haven't fully publicly talked about yet. Last year around March or April, I was in LA at the time. When you're an influencer, I feel like you just randomly have mutuals that you don't actually know in person, but you're just friends with each other. And so this girl invited me for just like an inuman kind of thing with some of her friends, but she's not Filipino, so she said it was just going to be a small hangout. I remember I went there. I've met with influencers that I never knew before also, so I felt like it would be fine because I feel like that's a normal thing that a lot of influencers do. And then I got there and it was fine. They were all like drinking, and like some of them were smoking weed because it's legal there, and they're all over 21 except for me. I wasn't. So I didn't smoke any weed, or I wasn't doing anything, and I was kind of just sitting there also because they all already knew each other and I didn't know any of them. And so I was just kind of like sitting there. And then one of the guys was like oddly very nice to me. I think it's like you can tell when someone's being nice as a formality versus when they're intentionally trying to like,
you know, there's another.
Yeah, and so I remember he was like, oh, come on, like, you gotta loosen up a little bit, like, have fun. He was like, here, and then he hands me, like, a rum and coke kind of thing. It looked like it, at least. I was like, oh, you know what, it's fine. I'm of legal drinking age in the Philippines, and, like, you know what, it's just a rum and coke. Maybe it'll get me to be a little bit more...
Loosen up.
Extroverted, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I drank it, and I remember I got so drunk from that drink, and it was... I'm a lightweight, but not that much of a lightweight.
Yeah.
I got so drunk. My last memory was just, I remember I was going down the hallway and I was like going side to side like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wake up in the bedroom that I was walking to because I was like, I need to lie down, like I feel so drunk. And then, I wake up on the bed. I was wearing a skirt, but I always wear shorts under my skirts in case, you know, the wind blows, etc. I wasn't wearing my shorts anymore. I go out, the guy is gone, but all of them are still there having fun, whatever.
Okay.
He
left.
Yeah, he left. And then my friend was just like, oh my gosh, like you passed out, like you got so drunk. I didn't know you were this much of a lightweight. I don't think she knew.
Yeah.
But I was too scared to ask her because all I wanted was to just go home. At this point, I didn't know what else could like happen.
Yeah.
You woke up feeling like sober again or what?
I was just a little bit like, what happened? Like a little bit confused.
Yeah. And so you kind of don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
But there was obviously something that was off.
Drugged. She was obviously drugged.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That's crazy.
it
I'm
just...
so sorry. I had a similar experience.
Tell your experience.
I went to a music festival with my friends, and this guy offered me a drink as well. You know, when you're like young and you're at a party and you have to buy all these drinks, you're like, free drinks? Yeah, I'm happy to get it.
Yeah.
So he gave me, it was a rum and coke too, I think. Oh my God, what is it about rum and coke? Guys, stay away from rum and coke. He passed it on to me, and it was the start of the party. It was 9 p.m. Next thing you know, my friends are taking me home, and I got completely drunk. I was on the floor and like I couldn't open my eyes. Thankfully, my friends saw me and they were like, we have to take you home. And I woke up, it was like 10 p.m. I'm like, it's only 10 p.m. Why am I home? Exactly that. They told me like, you took a drink from someone.
Ava is not also giving the gravity of the situation. So she was at this party. One guy intentionally handed her a drink. After she drank it, she passed out on the floor. Thank God her best friends were there. They took her home. She woke up and she was like, what the hell happened? And they were like, you were completely passed out. And she forgot about it. Okay?
That's exactly
so
the
she
thing.
completely forgot about that thing. Fast forward 3 years later, she meets one of her friend, Lucha's ex, her husband's ex. This girl, right?
Yeah.
Ria. Her name is Ria. And she says, I'm building a case against this guy. He's a celebrity. He's not really that famous. And he has a modus operandi of giving roofies to women, taking them back home, and then, you know, abusing them or raping them or something. And then he takes videos of them.
So that they can't report him to the police. And he uses that as blackmail.
Yeah, and he uses that as blackmail. And
It happened to a bunch of her friends.
So when Ria told Ava that story,
She got like 14 different people
14
to
girls
talk about it.
When
And I
Ava
was
found
like,
out that story, she was like, and then she found out who the guy was. It's like she connected
Everything-
all the dots, like to connected. She said, "Oh my God, the drink that I got in that concert was from that guy. I passed out. You know, if my friends hadn't brought me home, he was insisting to bring me
Yeah.
home." Like, this is, parang he was like a Bill Cosby,
Yeah.
right?
That's-
And it's just awful to think that these things are happening.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Even
curious
when
to
you're, for
know-
example, I would think that, you're very careful with who you hang out with. You're more mature now.